Somebody asked me to do a quick walk around on my bike, show them mods, etc., all that type of stuff. I think it was Chicago Rich that asked me that, and I don't understand why, because this bike is a real fucking beater. I mean, ain't much to look at, to be honest. Still, it's pretty damn reliable. It still starts up, still runs just as much as it should. As soon as I hit the button, that thing just springs to life. He wants to know what mods and stuff I got going on. And like I said, there ain't much. I guess I could start from the front to back. Actually, no, I'll start from back to front. One thing I will say, this is the best angle for this bike. Like, this is a really nice angle. Like, this is the best angle to look at this bike from, because it looks really modern. When you get to the side, it starts to look a little bit dated because the flat top tank, you see what I mean? Newer tanks on these new bikes, they're like real shapely, but this one is, the top of it is just like a flat line. So, and then the front is a little bit big compared to new bikes, because the fairing stays weren't as, you know, advanced as they are now. Because you remember the old bikes? Like, this is a little bit less old, but you remember the old bikes that had the fairing stay that goes from the tank to the top? So from the back, this is a integrated turn signal taillight LED. It works, but the wiring has been spliced several times. There's like electrical tape and a bunch of other bullshit going on back there. So, you know, when I hit the turn signal, only the left one turns on. Sometimes the right one turns on. It really depends on the state of the wiring. So if the wires get jostled and stuff like that, it may or may not turn on. Hell, sometimes even the whole thing flashes yellow. Like, it's the most goofy shit ever. It's kind of bright outside, so I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but I'll go ahead and hit the turn signal. So that's the left. You see the left one is actually on right now, and the right side is off. And then it went off for some reason. Like, it's really, really fucking wonky. I'll open the seat so you can see the wiring back there. It's a fucking mess. Hopefully you can see that. Like, then this is not even connected. Like, it's just a fucking mess, dude. And I like kind of fixed it before, started messing up again, and I was like, I don't care anymore. Use hand signals. It looks good, but some of the LEDs are dead, and the turn signals, they work when they want to. Got a bootleg fender delete. This is literally just a stock fender, but somebody cut it down. I don't know if you can see that. Like, they literally just took a fucking hacksaw and shaved it down. It's not even like an aftermarket part. See where the old turn signal's mounted right here. So, yeah, bootleg fucking fender delete. The chain is, I believe, the stock chain. These are some new tires. Brand new tires, actually. Got the video when I put those tires on. Two Bros exhaust. I think it's called a C2 or a C4, probably a C2. Just a slip-on, not the full system. So stops right here, and the rest of it is stopped. My GoPro mount. I only used this once in the video where I did the exhaust sound. I put a GoPro right here, and then put a mic right here, and actually no, it's right here, and then I had the sound of the exhaust when I was running it. Check that out if you want to hear it. Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 tires, eBay fairings. Shit's a fucking garbage. But yeah, you see the zip ties and everything. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that in my 10 things I hate about this bike video. The previous owner basically dropped the bike. Actually, he crashed it. It was more than a drop. Like, he low-sided the shit. So he had to replace all the fairings with eBay fucking fairings. So stock fairings are gone. I got these tank grips. Just cheap ass eBay ones, nothing special. Zip ties, more zip ties down here. Because the bolt right here is gone. Flush mounted turn signals. Got a frame slider. Got one frame slider. I don't know where the other one went. I guess it must have came off. So the only thing on here is the bent bolt right there. That's the actual fucking bolt for the engine case. But that's where the other frame slider went. This one is here. You can see it got grinded down a little bit. I didn't do that because I never crashed this bike. So previous owner, once again, brakes don't work, or back brake doesn't work. Gotta replace the rotor and the pads. I bought the pads, took the rotor off, realized that the rotor was gone. Had to replace the rotor. Still more scratches from when they crashed. Paint bubbling up over here. On this side, the exhaust touches the fairing, so it gets melted every time I start it. I smell burning plastic. Yep, so it burns it, and that's why it's in such bad shape. I took the front fender off because I like how it looks without it, even though it kind of does this. That's only when it's wet though. Flush mount turn signals. It's all wired to the same thing as the back, so the back kind of fucks it up. The fronts work fine, but the back, the circuits on the back is just so messed up that the fronts kind of do wonky shit. Like they'll stay on or they'll like blink super fast. They're running lights too, so you see they're on. See, look at this. Like, why are they flashing? There's no reason for them to be flashing right now. My headlight, I changed the bulb because when I first bought the bike, I thought it blew, but it melted my harness, so I had to replace the harness. And then my new harness got melted, and I was like, I have to replace the bulb, so I replaced the bulb. So did that. No more problems since then. The new harness that I put in there is slightly melted, but it didn't melt it enough to stop working. Tank cover, the tank under it is red. I think that's pretty much it. Custom grips, replacement mirrors. I guess they must have fell off when they crashed it. Another GoPro mount, adjustable lever. Fork seals aren't leaking, thank God. Like, thank God, man. I had to rebuild the forks in my Honda Rebel back in the day, and that was enough stress. This shit, when I have to remove all of this, I don't even want to think about it. Fresh oil change. I changed the oil like maybe 2 weeks ago for the season. So some fresh Castrol RS Racing 4-stroke oil. Engine is nice and healthy. How many miles is on it? 39,927, so almost 40,000. I put myself maybe 4,000 on it because I bought it with about 36,000 miles. So I might as well start it. Bike ain't even on. Exhaust doesn't sound too bad. It sounds pretty damn good. It's quiet. Unless I really like, you know, break my wrist on it, then it'll start to get real loud. Yep, shit means business. Makes a good sound. I have no reason to change this exhaust. Oh, I wanted to get a shorty exhaust, but that might be too loud. Sometimes I run straight pipe just to remind myself why I shouldn't run straight pipe, because that shit is way too loud, way too fucking loud. So I was thinking about getting the shorty GP exhaust, but I don't know. Them shits is way too expensive for what they are. Them shits is like this big, and they want to charge you like $60 fucking. Picks up real nice, man. Bike kind of hides its age well. Only thing is, it's a little bit prone to bogging down because it's still carbureted. So like, when you keep it down low, the bike just wants to surge and cough and spit up. Once you spin it up, man, runs just fine. About 13,100 redline. Sometimes it'll go beyond that. It'll hit like 14. Second gear is slipping out. That's the most annoying thing, you know, when I shift in a second and I try to rev out second gear, then there's a chance that it'll just like pop into neutral. So that's why I short shift second all the time. But yeah, this is my girl, 1999 YZF600R Yamaha. Not the best bike in the world at all, like by far. Not even the best example of this particular bike. I mean, this bike is a beater in every sense of the word, but you know what? You come to love a bike that you can rely on, that you know could just take a beating, and a bike that you know could just take a beating and you don't have to worry about it, you know what I mean? Like, I never really worry about this bike whether or not it's gonna start. I mean, I might, you know, turn it on and then suddenly something doesn't work. But man, this engine is fucking solid. 40,000 miles, still running straight. Transmission, yeah, but the actual engine, man, it's still pumping out them 90 something horses. Hopefully this video answered all your questions. You see the snow is melting, but I got something in the works from when the snow was on the ground and I couldn't really ride. That's gonna come out sometime this week. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I know the fellow content creators might enjoy it, might be able to relate to it. But be on the lookout for that. And now that I can actually ride again, be on the lookout for more vlogs. Because it's been a rough 5 or so days, man. But yeah, business as usual, guys. See you on the next one.